Corruption is one of the core problems faced by India that hinders the nation's growth, development, and welfare. It is a never-ending vicious cycle that runs in the nation now.
Corruption has been mentioned in the budget itself.
किसी भी हालत में भ्रष्टाचार हम बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकते।
भारत को भ्रष्टाचार मुक्त बनाने के लिए वोट करें।
भ्रष्टाचार किया, बलात्कार।
Every corrupt deed needs to be exposed. People who report a person or an organization engaging in unlawful or immoral activities are termed as whistleblowers. They are the ones who help the country fight this termite of corruption, and their deeds are very rewarding in nature, and they lead a very easy life.
Mishra claims he fears for his life as he opposed corruption in the prison department.
Satyendra Dubey was murdered because he was trying to expose large-scale corruption.
S. Manjunath, he was also murdered for stealing a petrol pump, selling adulterated fuel.
The main whistleblower in the NHAI Golden Quadrilateral Project scam, Satyendra Dubey, was murdered by 3 men. The accused were held on the charges of robbery and not corruption.
3 people have been convicted of the murder of whistleblower Satyendra Dubey, but the family isn't completely happy about it. The reason, those people have been convicted on charges of robbery, while the corruption angle hasn't really been taken up.
Dr. Arun Sharma has been found dead under mysterious circumstances.
Akshay Singh, a reporter, died under mysterious
circumstances.
One of the whistleblowers, Ashish Chaturvedi, has been given protection by the government by appointing him a police official on a bicycle.
On any given day, Ashish, who started out as an RTI activist, can be seen on his cycle, weaving his way through the alleys from one destination to the next. As his personal security officer struggles to keep pace, also on a bicycle, right behind him.
आपके पास एक गार्ड आपको मिला हुआ है?
हाँ, मुझे सुरक्षा दी गई है। सुरक्षाकर्मी को सरकारी साइकिल भी दी गई है मेरी सुरक्षा के लिए।
साइकिल से अपन जाते हैं, जैसे सिक्योरिटी भीड़ भाड़ में साथ छूट जाता है, फिर ये आगे निकल जाते हैं, फिर अपन पीछे से जाते हैं दौड़ करके। अब साइकिल से सब सुरक्षा में दिक्कत तो आती है।
The Whistleblowers Protection Act is an act of the Indian Parliament which provides a mechanism to investigate alleged corruption and misuse of power by public servants, and also protects anyone who exposes alleged wrongdoing in government bodies, projects and offices. It was passed on 21st February 2014. The amendment suggests that the whistleblower has to reveal his or her personal identity post exposing a scam.
सुरक्षा और देश की संप्रभुता से जुड़ी कोई भी जानकारी विसल ब्लोअर्स को उजागर करने की आजादी नहीं दी जाएगी। साथ ही कैबिनेट बैठकों से जुड़ी जानकारियों को सामने लाने के अधिकार नहीं होंगे।
Amendments to the Whistleblower Act has sparked outrage among civil society activists, alleging that these amendments actually got rushed through in the Lok Sabha, promising that it had made it more difficult to report corruption.
Under the new amendments, there will be no protection for information on classified government documents. There will also be no protection for giving information that's exempted under the right to information.
I think this government has applied its mind when it proposed these amendments to the Act, because it has been done totally in the interest of national security. If you see, even the Right to Information Act is being misused by vested interests and interests who are hostile to India to get information. So even though the original intention of the Right to Information Act was to make governance as transparent as possible, but still this act has been misused by vested interests, foreign espionage agencies to get information through their front organizations or people who are fronting for them. So the government wants to take precautions to ensure that a similar thing does not happen as far as the Whistleblowers Act goes. If at all, actually these amendments which have been suggested by the Bharatiya Janata Party government, these are virtually the same amendments which this party had recommended when the act was discussed in the Rajya Sabha. Okay, so it is not anything new which is being done by by the Bharatiya Janata Party. The stand of the Bharatiya Janata Party is totally consistent, and I don't see anything wrong with this amendment per se.
And now, as far as this act goes, as I said, there are no doubt it is useful. Every citizen is protected by the law. We are safe because of all these laws.
Major S.K. Lamba was one of the major whistleblowers in the Adarsh Society scam. He reports that he was often harassed at the workplace by his colleague Lieutenant Tejinder Singh.
It doesn't come that I go and take a degree and become a kind of whistleblower, it is the character of the person who sees things are wrong and he wants to remedy it. In the case of other societies, it took me 5 years to get into it. From 2005 to 2010, it took me 5 years to get all these information. Collector was involved, DSP was involved, Government of Maharashtra was involved, Army was involved. How the entire process unfolded, we knew exactly what's happened. And we never thought of sort of the ability and protection. We created an organization called Mumbai Citizens. We took pride in bringing to public notice the wrongdoing which happened. You may have Whistleblowers Act, but still people who bring it to notice, they still knock him out at a bus stop or something and shoot him. This was still going to happen. Yes, the act is the amendment is a radical deterrent. You know, basically, the person has to have courage within.
We have to see that we are safe. That is when you feel safe from by your heart that yes, I am safe, then and then only you can act smoothly. Now you are safe because you are in such a country that yes, all authorities, all government agencies are doing working some good things. Then law is also there, and law protectors are there. Everyone is there, so that is why you are feeling safe in the country.
Simply put, anonymity saves lives. All right. In America, the informant Deep Throat brought down the Nixon presidency in the 70s, and still his name was kept secret for 31 years. Basically, abroad, whistleblowers are like Voldemort. You are literally not allowed to say their name. But in India, they're like Rahul. Naam to suna hoga.
But I fail to understand one thing: why the whistleblower should get all these type of protection? If he is having guts, he is going before the authorities and he had seen something wrong anywhere, the person should go and approach to the authorities immediately. Why he should get afraid? Why he required protection? Because as a matter of fact, as I am repeating, there is no any such act which had come across that the person who had given the complaint has been killed or taken care by other activities and other things. So that is why a person who really wants to set law in motion, and if who is saying that yes, something is wrong with some agencies and they are doing something and it's going to be the scam, then he should not hesitate to come before the agencies. For that, he don't require the protections of any other law or anything. He is always and he is protected.
It happened in my case. I received some calls and my wife was worried. There was once an attempt to kidnap me also. The goons actually came to the house. Okay. They actually came. That study of mine, I had a study table is no more there, and they came on a Tuesday afternoon. And then Saturday afternoon, normally you are at home, so they did confiscate that. One of my lawyer friends was sitting there, and another employee was when we were in a meeting. The biggest thing about kidnapping is surprise. You catch a chap, show him a weapon or knife, say the chap has no choice. But once the surprise element is lost, they withdraw. So in this case, the surprise element was withdrawn. And the chaps rushed out. My wife was inside, my son, elder son was there. And they knew something fishy is happening. And those people who came, they were tough goons, like you see in movies. You know what I mean? They asked me, "Chalo hamare saath." I said, "Kis liye?" Actually, Seth ne bulaya. Seth got. They took name of Haji Mastan. That time Haji Mastan was alive. So I said, "I have nothing to do with Haji Mastan." Kuch nahi hai. So he dialed a number. The gentleman dialed Haji Mastan's number from a telephone inside. And my lawyer friend had the wits to memorize that number. Then he dialed the number and he had some conversation. He told them to come back. After they left, they retreated. So the son was watching from this room because Modi went down. So after he left, he dialed the number. So I dialed the number and I asked for Haji Mastan. Then he came on the line. I said, मैंने कहा कि हाजी मस्तान बोल रहे हैं? कहते हाँ, क्या बात है? मैंने कहा आपके जो आदमी आए थे इधर मेरे को बोलते से बुलाया, मेरा तो आपके साथ कोई बिजनेस नहीं है, धंधा नहीं है, इसलिए आए हैं. My wife was worried, I was worried. But I have been always active in against various other scams. It could be we were involved in some Sitco scam, race course scam, it could be anything. But it does create a sense of fear to the family especially. You see, if something happens to you, go. But helpless is the family.
See, the thing is, when you decide to become a whistleblower, you are taking a risk. Because something larger than life, which kind of prompts you to kind of disclose information. Okay. If I'm working in an organization, I know my boss is misusing his power to make crores of rupees, and that is causing revenue loss to the government. It's my duty. I have the choice of keeping quiet, saying that what do I care? He's making money. It doesn't matter to me. The nation is suffering in my mind. But something deep within me tells me no. I should not let the nation be put to loss. So I am taking a risk in doing that. There's absolutely no doubt about it. An element of risk is kind of involved in the whole thing. But you must be kind of prepared to do that.
The identity of the person who are whistleblower it is required. Otherwise, any Tom, Dick and Harry will come and go before any agencies and start demanding any nonsense thing. That okay, you are not doing this. I know this is corrupt office. I can do this. I can do that. And someone has to set law in motion. As I said, what is his interest to come before the authorities in getting him exposure? That is also one of the major issues.
Ashok Khemka has been transferred 46 times in a span of 21 years and has been harassed several times at work, as he once cancelled Robert Vadra's illegal land deal in Gurgaon.
IAS अधिकारी अशोक खेमका सिर्फ 4 तबादले दूर हैं अपने ट्रांसफर के अर्धशतक तक पहुंचने से. 21 साल के कैरियर में 46 तबादले कम नहीं होते.
Professor Neeraj Hatekar was suspended from his workplace after he questioned the qualifications of a chancellor.
So we made some RTA applications and got the data, and where we could very clearly see that our Vice Chancellor did not satisfy the qualifications which were laid down in the law to become the Vice Chancellor. Because of this whole political context, and my affidavits against the Vice Chancellor, I was suspended on the 4th of January. A Whistleblowers Act would really strengthen people who are within the system. And who want to talk about the malpractices that are happening within the system. Currently there is really nothing to protect them.
It states that all complaints should be filed after the evidence is collected by filing an RTI. It also restricts reporting incidents that might threaten security, sovereignty, and integrity of India.
So this will virtually paralyze the government, and especially in sensitive areas like defense, nuclear programs and all that. If you include everything under the document, then it is going to be a huge problem. Our two adversaries are China and Pakistan. Both of them don't have any such kind of laws. So if the Chinese intelligence, they want to get information about atomic energy here in Trombay, a few kilometers from where we are sitting, or about Chennai or Ravabata or Kaiga or wherever it is kind of thing. All it just needs catch hold of a couple of people or some sad NGO, give them funding through where what kind of thing, and then say you ask questions on this kind of thing. On paper, everything will be kind of clear, legal and all that, but the information, ultimate user will be Chinese intelligence. So similarly, it can happen to Pakistan also. On the contrary, right to information, I am for right to information. It's all fine. We had learned it from Sweden and all that. but we have no clue as to how much of vital information about India it has already flown out of this country.
It is misused. Because in n number of cases it has been misused, and the person who is doing all these activities under RTI, they are doing it for their benefit. They are made that as their business, and after getting information, they are just using this to extract money from the people. That is how it has been misused, and there is no protection there. What is protection? It has been carried out in the law. That has been carried out with the proper thinking that everyone should be protected.
There has to be a little more mechanism in the country which should encourage people to come forward. And to that end, I had given a suggestion to the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, to Sonia Gandhi, to all the Chief Ministers. Barring two Ministers, Chief Minister of Haryana and Chief Minister of Delhi, nobody acknowledged that also, nothing happened. Now, well, it falls within your domain or no, but I am telling you what is. My concern is not the act. My concern is the prevention of corruption. Okay? And public confidence in government system.
The core reform that we need is a justice delivery system. Today there are 4 crore cases pending in the courts across the country. This is the biggest, this makes the complete nonsense of Indian democracy.
Look, if you want to expose corruption in this country, your options can't just be I want to do good things for India versus I want to live. You cannot have people dying left, right and center for telling the truth in a country whose motto is literally Satyamev Jayate. Truth alone triumphs. There isn't an asterisk at the end that says, bro, we said truth. Nobody said anything about the truth teller. Not our problem, our manager se baat karo.
The amendment has 2 sides to itself, as we have discussed. Some say it can be misused. Some say it is done for the betterment of the society. One man's tool is another man's weapon. The loopholes in the system make it spineless. In conclusion, we say that given the positives of this amendment, it will do more harm to the society than good. It will disguise as the devil's advocate.